Hey everyone, it's Jordan Faith. Today I'm sharing with you my updated diffusing routine. Here on my channel, I focus on all sorts of wavy and curly hairstyling techniques and experiments. And I love helping you learn how to take care of and style your hair. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe so you won't miss any of my new videos that come out on Thursdays. This video is going to focus solely on the diffusing process so you can really see exactly how I do it. If you want to see how I styled my hair for this video, I used these products and you can see it in this video right up here. And so if you want to see how to diffuse your hair with minimal frizz while still achieving good volume and definition, just keep watching and let's get started. All right, like I said, if you want to see how I washed and styled my hair, make sure to check out that video in the eye. But now, after styling and microplopping, I am going to start diffusing, and I am using high heat, high speed. I like to start out on the high settings because I start with hover diffusing, focusing on my root area so that my roots can start drying and I'm not manipulating my hair with the diffuser straight away after styling. Hover diffusing is named that because you are hovering the diffuser a few inches from your head, not touching your hair, and just letting the air blow onto your hair without touching it. After I have hover diffused for a few minutes on both sides, I start to pixie diffuse, which is scooping my hair up in the bowl of the diffuser and holding it against my head as I dry it. I turn the blow dryer off and then scoop up my hair and hold it against my head. Then I turn the blow dryer on, and when I'm ready to move it again, I turn it off. So it's only on when it's being held up against my head. And when I am doing this, I turn the blow dryer to low heat. My blow dryer only has high or low, no medium. So I do low, both to limit the amount of heat I expose my hair to and so that my scalp doesn't get too hot. I try to touch my hair as little as possible, but I still kind of use my hand to guide my hair into the diffuser. I should probably look into getting a larger diffuser, but I have not done that yet. Pixie diffusing really helps encourage your waves and curls to spring up because it takes the weight of the water off of them and helps them dry in a scrunched up position. If you happen to be someone who gets a lot of spring in their hair and you like your hair to be more elongated, I would avoid this method of drying. I don't really count. I just kind of hold the diffuser against my head for what I would say is probably about 30 seconds to a minute in each section, just whatever feels right, and then I move on. I have found that if I try to hold the diffuser in one section for longer than a minute-ish, I sometimes end up with more wonky bits. Because when I am scooping my hair up in that diffusing bowl, it doesn't always spiral into a perfect shape. It sometimes gets kind of smushed and kinked in weird directions. So the longer you hold it up in that position, the more likely it is to dry in that position. So just be aware of that. I'm using my little teeny tiny mirror to get a better view of what I'm doing. And I know this isn't the most exciting video, but a few of you have asked about my diffusing routine, so I wanted to show it to you. I am speeding it up a little bit, but not too much, so you can still see what I'm doing and how my hair changes throughout the process. I definitely am touching it a bit more than I would recommend that you touch your hair as it dries. But sometimes I can be a little impatient, and so I kept feeling it to see how dry it was. This is something I've added to my diffusing routine since the last time I made a video, which was quite a long time ago. But I basically just push the diffuser into my hair at the roots without scooping any hair up. And then I turn it on. And then after I turn it on, I lift it up and away from my roots just a little bit. And I do this to try to get as much root lift as I possibly can, so that my roots aren't drying laid down flat against my head, and they're kind of drying in a more lifted position. And this really helps my fine, wavy hair get just a tiny bit extra volume at the roots. When I do this, I make sure to switch the blow dryer on and off when I'm moving it, just like I do when I'm pixie diffusing, to try to minimize any frizz that manipulation could create. Because every time you're touching your hair, especially when there's wind blowing all around, there's the potential that it can get frizzy because product could get rubbed off, pieces could get pulled away from their clumps. So turning the air off when I'm moving the diffuser just helps minimize any disruption of my clumps. This back section of my head always takes the longest to dry, so I'm making sure to hit that area as well, multiple times. And feel free to do the same thing with your head of hair if you notice you have certain sections that take longer. Dry those areas more. Don't feel like you have to do it completely evenly across your entire head to get the best results. Do what works for your hair. I also want to note that I'm pretty careful with my diffuser when I am putting it against my hair and when I'm taking it away, just so those little prongs don't catch on my hair and pull it or mess it up in any way. I'm not being like super meticulous or careful or anything. I'm just aware of the prongs and I'm making sure not to rip them through my hair. I know diffusing might seem a little bit intimidating to those of you who haven't done it before. But I hope this video helped you see that it's a pretty simple process. It might take a long time, and you might have to experiment with which methods work best for you and the results you like. But I'm confident that you can do it. And I hope these tips and this visual of the process really help. And that's it. That is my entire diffusing process. I really hope it was clear for you and that you gained some helpful tips from it to add to your routine. Please let me know in the comments what you thought. Make sure to hit the thumbs up if you liked this video, and remember to subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my new ones. As always, love yourself fully and faithfully, and I'll see you next time.